Hello students. In this lecture video, I'll be discussing about the human brain. Like in the previous video, a little information about central neural system was given. Here we will discuss the three parts of the major parts of the brain, that is forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain in detail. So let us start with forebrain. Forebrain constitutes of three parts: cerebrum, thalamus and hypothalamus. This cerebrum is divided into different regions, which is called as association areas, which is associated with different functions. These folds are referred to as cerebral hemisphere, and the connectivity, that is connecting these cerebral hemispheres or dividing the brain into right side and left side, is a connective tissue called as corpus callosum. Now let us understand that there are two types of matter in the brain. One is gray matter, another is white matter. Gray matter refers to the cerebral cortex, which gives the grayish appearance. Grayish appearance is due to the neuron cell body. The region which has rich myelin sheath, that is the fiber tracts, axon covering the myelin sheath, that constitutes the inner part of the cerebral hemisphere, and this gives the whitish appearance. So this is referred to as white matter. Now, different association areas have different functions, like it can be associated with the visual processing, audio processing, emotions, etc. Then coming to hypothalamus, which is important part of the brain, it is at the base of thalamus. That is why hypothalamus. It is a control center of different hormones, plus it maintains body temperature, and also the urge for eating and drinking is controlled by hypothalamus. It constitutes of certain neurosecretory cells. These secrete hormones referred to as hypothalamic hormones. Now, in the inner part of the cerebral hemispheres, there are structures called as amygdala and hippocampus, which constitute the limbic system of the brain. This, along with the hypothalamus, is involved in regulation of sexual behavior, expression of emotional reactions, and also motivation levels. Next, coming to midbrain, we can see in this diagram, this part is the midbrain, that is connecting with the hindbrain. Now, this midbrain has a canal called as cerebral aqueduct. We can see over here. This region is the cerebral aqueduct, which is the fluid containing region that is connecting it to the hindbrain. The midbrain and hindbrain together is forming the brain stem, and there are different swellings or lobes in midbrain referred to as corpora quadrigemina. Lastly, coming to hindbrain, it comprises of three parts: pons, cerebellum and medulla, which is referred to as medulla oblongata, or pons is also called as pons veruli. Now let us see over here. See, this region is the pons, the starting part. This round part is the cerebellum, and medulla is continuing with the spinal cord. Every part has its own function. The pons, they interconnect with different regions of brain. Cerebellum, mainly it helps in maintaining the posture of the body, like we are standing, sitting in a definite position, we are writing with a pencil or riding a bicycle. All these are controlled by cerebellum. Medulla, it contains main centers that control our respiratory rates, our cardiovascular reflexes, and also the secretions by our stomach, that is gastric secretions. So together they are performing very important function in our brain. So the take home message over here is, firstly we should understand forebrain has three regions. Midbrain has mainly four lobes called as corpora quadrigemina. Hindbrain has these three regions, and what are the specific functions of each part of the brain.